the pill turned out to be not ecstasy. It turned out.
Anything I want to say, shout out and respect to the real victims out there. If a man play with you like that, he should be put down. Period.
The voices were telling me that, not to sound extreme.
Like, before I say anything, I want to say shout out and because if a man put his meat on you, he should be put to sleep. Before I say anything,
I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it 100,000. Ever since 50 Cent dropped the Diddy doc, it's had people heated all over the place. I gotta keep it 10,000. It's caused a lot of uproar. I don't know if y'all have seen what's floating online. That's a fact. I don't know if y'all have seen it. But Day 26, a former Bad Boy group, is coming forward with some jaw-dropping claims. Yeah, they're saying someone was actually assaulted by the stylist. I ain't gonna hold you. Maino sent a very strong message to all victims out there, especially the ones claiming they got hurt and nothing really happened. Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy E-Oil, aka the Harlem Legend, man. If you're new here, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you know when I drop a video or go live. I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of people are speaking out right now. Yeah, folks are talking about Diddy after 50 Cent dropped this Netflix doc that's been blowing up. Well, the group Day 26 has already been speaking out, but now they did another interview, and I believe the lead singer Q, the light-skinned one, is front and center. Yeah, you know how fans feel about him. I gotta keep it real. He's speaking out again and is stirring everything up across the timeline. They've been all over the place. Vlad TV, interviews, everywhere, basically laying it all out. They're claiming allegations of abuse. Remember, Quanell Q Mosley recently shared a disturbing story involving Diddy's stylist, saying he was given a drink that left him waking up in stylist's bed in pain. I'm just saying, y'all, there's been a lot going on. As of January 2026, the R&B group Day 26 has made several serious allegations against their former mentor and label head, Sean Diddy Combs, following a complicated relationship that started back on MTV's Making the Band 4. These guys have been in the game a long time. We heard some disturbing details come out during the trial regarding Diddy. Now they're speaking out publicly, claiming what they've experienced. I gotta let y'all hear that. I gotta put y'all on to what's blowing up the internet right now. 10, 15 years later, almost 20. Pay close attention.
Because the pill turned out to be not ecstasy, it turned out to be a horse tranquilizer pill. Now I have to go to mental health every month and get a shot in my arm and shit like I told you earlier because I dealt with trauma of someone trying to hurt me when I got home. I started hearing voices in my head from the effect of the horse tranquilizer pill. I started hearing voices in my head.
And so, God bless anybody out there who's been a victim of SA. I just want to say that because a lot of times, see, we don't fully know their pain. I gotta be honest, I don't know what these guys went through with P. Diddy. We gotta keep it real, y'all. We don't know their full story. We don't know what their situation with Diddy really was. You heard? Now they coming out and speaking, and all we can do is listen to what's being said. But a lot of people are pushing back because it's been years later. They saying they waited until Diddy got into some trouble. Pay attention.
The voices were telling me that, not to sound extreme, but that's what the voices said, that Puff was gonna kill me or they were gonna kill me. I thought everybody that were down there that laughed in that video were trying to hurt me.
Me through the incident that happened at Fashion Week that led to you and Dunn breaking up.
So I was in Rochester, New York. I get a call from Diddy's stylist. He's like, I need you in Fashion Week to do some events, to make some money. That's what artists do. We go to events, we take pictures for the media, for the blogs. I'm like, okay, cool. He comes out with this strange.
This is wild, y'all. I ain't gonna hold you, and we gotta keep it real. A lot of people are coming out years later with their stories, right? It's like some folks are just catching on now to what's been going on, Diddy style, you know what I mean? But is anybody getting sued? Is anybody getting charged? I don't know. See, a lot of times the reason I don't speak on these situations is that it could scare people from coming forward, you heard? At the end of the day, no, I've never been a victim. I don't know this man's pain. I don't know what these guys went through. Years of abuse, if that's what it was somebody else with a voice speaks out, right? Maino, you heard Maino speak out against people he doesn't know if they're making false claims. Look, I gotta let y'all hear for yourself what Maino was saying, because I don't know if he was drinking for New Year's. I don't know what Maino was doing, but he sends a very strong message. You understand? He sends a very clear, yo, it's 2026. If anybody out there, and I encourage this, has actually been abused or experienced something real, come forward. Now, I know that's easier said than done for someone who's never gone through it. That's why a lot of people might push back on Maino. Pay attention to what he says about real victims versus people just chasing clout. He doesn't know what's actually going on out here. He's saying it's a new year. He doesn't want to deal with people faking it, saying they were hurt when they weren't. Pay attention.
Man, like, before I say anything, I want to say shout out and respect to the real victims out there, to the real victims that have been, you know.
Now, I got to stop him right there because that might be a little edgy. You feel me? The real victims, hey, look, bro, you don't know who's the real victim. That's the problem. Maino, you don't know.
Before I say anything, I want to say shout out and respect to the real victims out there, to the real victims that have been, you know, in heavily traumatized situations, that's been dealing with things, that have been essayed, you understand? Because it's the second day of the new year, and it's like I don't want to scroll down and I'm seeing these niggas post things that I feel like I don't understand. I don't know if I believe these niggas.
That's a tricky situation, man. You might not want to go there. Yeah. Hey, look, we're trained to speak our minds, you heard? And I respect Maino for actually saying what he feels on this. But at the end of the day, we got to be careful. Yeah, we got to be careful. I don't know if I trust these. I just don't. And I feel the same way, man. I got to be honest. I feel the same way. Dudes coming out 10, 15, 20 years later, I don't know. When Diddy's going through trials and tribulations, it doesn't look good to me. But we've heard the rumors for years, and nothing's really been set in stone. So I get where Maino's coming from.
Because if a man put his meat on you, he should be put to sleep. Why are you telling us these stories 20 years later? It's real victims out there. You understand? You taking things for granted. You see, I got kids. I got a daughter that's on Instagram that's looking at things and may think that this is.
Now, I get where Mo's coming from. He's got kids watching this, daughters, sons, and he don't want them seeing this kind of stuff pop up online. I get it. I really do. But at the same time, it's very real, and people need to know what's happening. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Did Mo handle this the right way, or was he out of pocket?
If a man play with you like that, he should be put down, period, point blank. We don't want to hear the stories 20 years later because, honestly, is it clout or is it attention? I don't understand. I just don't get it.
Now, I get where Mo's coming from. He's got kids watching this, daughters, sons, and he don't want them seeing this kind of stuff pop up online. I get it. I really do. But at the same time, it's very real, and people need to know what's happening. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Did Mo handle this the right way, or was he out of pocket?
Anything I want to say, shout out and respect to the real victims out there, to the real victims that have been, you know, in heavily traumatized situations, that's been dealing with things, that have been essayed, you understand? Because it's the second day of the new year, and it's like I don't want to scroll down and I'm seeing these niggas post things that I feel like I don't understand. I don't know if I believe these niggas. You understand? Because if a man put his meat on you, he should be put to sleep. Why are you telling us these stories 20 years later? It's real victims out there. You understand? You taking things for granted. You see, I got kids. I got a daughter that's on Instagram that's looking at things and